Hi everyone. Today we discuss a concept of income tax, that is deduction. Before we go for deduction under section 80Z, as we know already regarding deduction in previous chapter, once again we recap all the knowledge in this chapter again. So first of all, let we know the meaning of deduction. Here what happened, deduction is the amount which is deductible from the gross total income of an assessee. So let we know what is meant by gross total income of an assessee. Suppose Mr. X is an assessee. Mr. X is an assessee who has different sources of his income. Say for example, first source of income is income from salary. Income from salary rupees 1 lakh. Alright. Now second head of income is, that is, he also has income from house property. So second he has source of income is income from house property, that rupees 2 lakh. Right. Now again we go for his letter, again one more income, income from business and profession rupees 3 lakh. Right. Now capital gain, rupees 50,000. That may be short term or that may be long term capital gain, no problem with that. Yes, capital gain rupees 50,000. And last one, income from other source rupees 50,000. Income from other source rupees 50,000. So Mr. X has total income, that is total gross total income is 1 lakh plus 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 6 lakh, 650 and 7 lakh. This is the gross total income of Mr. X. Right. But this income is not taxable income, means he has not paid tax on this 7 lakh because he is eligible for a certain amount for deductions. Right. So now from this gross total income he can deduct some amount under section, that is deductions under section 80C to 80U. Means there are deduction under section 80C to 80U. So in which deduction he is eligible to deduct certain amount from this 7 lakh rupees. Say for example, he has claimed rupees 1 lakh under section 80C, under section 80D, and again he can claim certain amount under section 80E also. Right. In the same manner he has also get some deduction under section 80Z rupees 2 lakh. So later we deduct this amount and 5 lakh amount is called as taxable income, or it is also called as net total income. So here one thing we need to clear here, deductions are the amount which are deduct from the gross total income. Make it clear, deductions are the amounts which are deduct from the gross total income of an assessee, right? So here there are numbers of deduction he can claim. He can claim under section 80C, he can claim under section 80E or 80D or 80G, right? Means under section 80C to 80U he can claim any deduction, right? Now in this chapter we are discussing regarding 80G, deduction under section 80G here. So make it clear, my question is that deduction is the amount which can be deduct from the which income? Yes, gross total income, right? And after deducting deduction, whatever amount left, that is taxable income, right? Now my question is that, is gross total income is taxable income? No. Yes, right? It is not a taxable income, because since we have to deduct certain amounts under section 80C to 80U, after deducting these amount, what we get the amount, that is taxable income. So make it clear, deductions are the amounts which are deductible from, yes, what? Gross total income, right? And there are numbers of deductions under section 80C to 80U, and in that today in this class we are learning about deduction under section 80G. It is one deduction from gross total income. So let we discuss what is 80G deduction is actually applicable for, and what are the amounts to be prescribed, and what are the conditions regarding 80G. So in this class we discuss, right? Clarify na? My once again my question is that deductions are deductible from which amount? Yes, gross total income, and after deducting deductions amount, whatever amount comes, that amount is taxable income. Means on that amount one assessee can pay the tax to the government, right? Understood na? So everyone try to deduct certain amount from gross total income. So which amount here to deduct, how it is calculated, later everything we discuss in this chapter. So we start from deduction under section 80G, right? So deduction under section 80G, it is one deductions from 80C to 80U. This is deduction under section 80G. So first of all, this deduction is related to which amount, right? So I clarify here, deduction under section 80G is related to donations. Make it clear, right? 80G is related to which amount? Donations, right? Any donation made by an assessee, such donation amount he can deduct from gross total income under section 80G, right? So 80G is related to which one? Donations, right? This section is related to donations. So let me clear here, donations made to certain relief fund and charitable institutions can be claimed as deduction under section 80G of Income Tax Act. It means Income Tax Act allow an assessee to deduct certain amount from gross total income regarding donation. It means if an assessee made certain donation, he made certain amount of donation to relief fund, right? Whatever he amount donated from prescribed amount, he can deduct from his gross total income. So now my question is that ATG is related to which amount? It is related to donations, and which are made to certain relief fund and charitable institutions, right? Clarifying everyone, right? So ATG is related to which amount? Donations, donation amount made which can be deduct from gross total income. But here certain conditions, all the donation amounts are not deducted from gross total income. To claim this amount, or to claim deduction under section 80Z, one assessee can satisfy certain conditions. Let we discuss what are the conditions to eligible for deduction under section 80Z, right? So now here next, now eligible to be fulfill for this deduction. What are the eligibles to fulfill the deduction under section 80Z? So first, this deduction is applicable for all assessees. Here all assessees means what? So this is applicable for individual, this is applicable for firm, this is applicable for company, this is applicable for AOP, association of persons, it is also applicable for BOPs, right? So this is applicable for all assessees, right? But as you studied in previous, ATC is related to only whom? Individual and HUF, right? ATC is applicable to only both individual and firm, but this is the deduction applicable for all assessees. Means if an individual make the donation, he can deduct. If an firm make the donation, it can deduct amount. If a company made donations, it is eligible. If an AOP make donation, it can allow, right? So first one is it is applicable for all assessees, right? Understood now? My question is that ATG under section 80Z donations can be deducted by whom? It is deducted by every assessees, means it is applicable for all assessees. It may be individual, it may be firm, it may be company, or it may be AOP. Any one can claim under section 80Z. It is first, right? But ATC is only individual and HUF, but it is applicable for all. All assessee can claim deduction under section 80Z. Understood now? So my question is that who can claim the deduction under section 80Z, right? Who can claim the deduction under section 80Z? Yes, who can? Yes, good. Who can? All assessees can claim the deduction under section 80Z, right? There is no any restriction for anyone. Everyone can claim, right? This is first. Second eligibility, donation made in kind, means other than cash, is not allowed for deduction under section 80Z. It is most important, right? Make it clear. What is the second condition? If donation made in kind is not allowed for deduction under section 80Z. Means in kind means other than cash. Suppose Mr. X is an assessee who donate food, cloth and certain materials to poor of rupees 1 lakh, right? Mr. X donate food, clothes and materials right, of rupees 1 lakh. But this 1 lakh is not deductible under section 80Z, because this donation is made in the form of food, clothes and materials, not in cash, right. Donations are always in the form of cash. If donations are made in kind, is not allowed to deduct under section 80Z. Make it clear, right. So any donation made in kind is not allowed to deduct, is not allowed to deduct. In kind means other than cash, means if a person donate in the form of food, in the form of clothes, in the form of medicines, in the form of materials, likewise anything, if any donation made other than cash is not eligible to deduct, right. Clear na? So first one, it is applicable for all assessees. Donation made in kind is not allowed, made in kind is not allowed. Now come to next, third one. Here, donations made by cash with certain limit, with certain limit. So here make it clear, certain limit means here again I go for example of Mr. Anil. Mr. Anil is a person who donate rupees 1 lakh in the form of cash only, in the form of cash only. But here it is a condition, donation made by cash with certain limit. Certain limit means what here? If any amount of donation made by cash is not allowed to deduct every amount, right. Before financial year 2017-18, before this, right, the restriction amount for donation in cash is rupees 10,000. Rupees 10,000. Before this, if any donation made by cash, right, up to 10,000 can consider, right. If any donation made by cash more than 10,000, right, that amount is not eligible for deduction, means up to 10,000 only he can donate in the form of cash, means by cash, right. It is before financial year 2017-18. Later it is somewhat changed. After 2017-18, the limit is made for rupees 2,000. It is in cash. In cash means after 2017-18, the limit in cash is rupees 2,000. It means an assessee can pay in the form of cash, means by cash, rupees 2,000 only. It is eligible for deduction. If an assessee made the donation by cash more than 2,000, it is not allowed to deduct, right. Understood na? Here donation made by cash with certain limit, certain limit. Prior financial year 2017-18, it is rupees, limit is 10,000, and after financial year 2017-18, it is rupees 2,000. Means now at present only in the form of cash, means by cash, one can make the payment up to rupees 2,000. If in the form of cash more than 2,000 donated, then that amount is not deductible, right. So up to 2,000 is eligible for deductions in the form of cash. Now come to fourth one. donation must be paid by check, DD or any other mode of banking. So this is most important, right? So I told in the previous, by cash up to which amount we can donate? Yes, up to rupees 2000. Up to rupees 2000 we can make the donate in the form of cash, means by cash. And if you want to claim the deduction under section 80Z, and if you want to donate more than 2000, then you must be pay such donation by check, by demand draft or any other mode of banking, right? Any other mode of banking. If you have to make the donation with these modes, then only you can claim the deduction under section 80Z. And up to 2000 you can make by cash. If you want to make more than 2000, then you need to pay in the form of check, DD or any other mode of banking, right? And last one is proof for donation made. If a person made certain donations, right, and if he has not any proof, right, means valid proof, here if he has not any valid proof for donation, then he cannot claim any deduction under section 80Z. Means he has to valid proof for such donation made. If he has valid proof, then he can claim the deduction under section 80Z. So these are the 5 conditions one must be clear when he claiming the deduction under section 80Z, means related to donation. So once again I repeat all these things. So my first question is, who can claim the deduction under section 80Z? Who can claim? Yes, all assessees. All assessees means an individual, and firm, a company, AOP, BOP or any other person. Everyone can eligible for this deduction, right? All assessee can claim, right? My next question, if any donation made in kind, that can deduct under section 80Z? No, in kind it is not eligible. In kind means what? In the form of food, cloth, material, medicines, like this, right? Donation always must be in the form of cash. It is in the form of cash only. In kind donation is not eligible for deduction. It is most important part, right? In kind it is not taken. Third one, so a person can pay by cash. A person can pay by cash. Up to which amount he can pay the donation for deduction? Yes, it is up to 2000 he can pay by cash, right? More than 2000 if he pay, then that is not deductible. But prior financial 2017-18, what is the cash limit? Yes, it is 10,000, and after 17-18 it comes to rupees 2000, right? So if a person want to make the donation more than 2000, then he must be pay such donation by the check, by DD or any other banking mode, right? Any other payment modes of bank he can apply. And lastly, for claiming the deduction under section 80Z, he must have a valid proof for such deduction, right? Everyone understood now? So my last, once again I am going to repeat, 80Z is related to which one? Yes, donations. There are some conditions to eligible for this deduction. These are the 5, right? Understood now? So next, what are the qualifying amount for deductions and how we can calculate the deductions under this section, we can discuss in next class. Thank you. 190.